Carey, thank you very much for your time. I'm sorry if I butchered your surname there. Talk to us about why it is unsafe to use public Wi-Fi.
Morning, great to be chatting to you. Thank you for letting me share some cybersecurity tips. Yeah, so we're at ESET, we're a global ESET company providing internet security for users, both business and consumer. And really we're looking to protect users for things like ransomware, phishing, any kind of malicious attack for both business and consumers. And what we wanted to chat to you about today is really the difficulties and insecurities it is in using public Wi-Fi.
And what are those risks of using public Wi-Fi?
Yes, so we all know how tempting it is when you're in a space like a public Wi-Fi, is like when you're traveling, for example, in an airport or in a hotel, to want to jump on the free Wi-Fi. And the problem is most people don't realize that it's actually notoriously insecure. So we have the situation where either the networks are not authenticated in that you do not have to log in at all, and where you are logging in, you really are giving your sensitive information and you're really not sure where it's going. And what we see at ESET is a lot of the time within these public networks we have cyber criminals creating what we call a malicious hotspot. And this is really where they would create a hotspot with a name that you and I wouldn't realize is actually a malicious one. They would perhaps maybe just change the name slightly. And what they're really doing is creating a man in the middle, a hotspot that you're connecting to, that when they're on, really what they can do is steal any information that you're sending over the internet, whether it be personal or business information.
So how do we protect ourselves against this kind of criminal behavior?
Yeah, absolutely. I have some colleagues within the security industry who flatly refuse to use public Wi-Fi. Some of us general users obviously cannot be like that. Where you can, and absolutely really can have a mobile hotspot within your cell phone. So most smartphones have the ability to create a mobile hotspot, otherwise carry a mobile dongle. If you're not in that situation and you really do need to jump onto these public networks, it is important to take some precautions where you can. Make sure that you're using a great reputable security software. They will cover you for things like malicious hotspots, for ransomware attacks and phishing attacks. And where you can, it's really important that you do not provide any sensitive information. So a lot of these users that fall prey to these public Wi-Fis are providing sensitive information, for example, your banking information, so they'll be doing some financial transactions while on these public Wi-Fis, and it's absolutely really not recommended to do that. And where possible, use your general online safety tips, like when you're going to a website, rather go to something that has an HTTPS site. If you're doing some business transactions, a lot of businesses have what we call a virtual private network, a VPN, and connect through that kind of secure connection. And general things like good passwords where you can. And obviously it's really essential from our ESET perspective is to enjoy safer technology. So we really try to focus on educating users, try and educate yourself in my perspective as well. Kids are really important to educate. And where you can, we just want to provide South Africans really with a safe place to be on and a way to enjoy safer technology.
Right, Carey Vlaanderen, thank you very much for giving us those tips on the risks to using public Wi-Fi. Thanks.